Welcome to Six Sigma for Greater Cincinnati YMCA eLearning Module 2, Getting Started. In this module, we will take a deeper dive into the basic Six Sigma and project management tools. In the Six Sigma Define phase, we spend time talking about the problem, identifying the team and timeline, considering customer requirements, creating process maps, and looking at current standards. We will use the Six Sigma roadmap to guide our journey into using this method for projects. We begin the define phase of any project by understanding the goal and creating a project charter. The project goal should be a SMART goal that is specific, measurable, assignable, realistic, and time-based. Notice that the goal written here assumes a solution, is not measurable, and is not time-bound. This is a good example of a SMART goal. It is specific to housekeeping and admin supplies, measurable, assignable, realistic, and time-bound. A SMART project goal leads right into the project charter. We should be able to answer 4 primary questions with a solid SMART goal. What is the problem? How is it measured? Where are we today? And what is the goal? The rest of the charter should reflect what you know about a project at a given time. Therefore, at the beginning of a project, there might not be a lot of information, and that's okay. You can fill the charter with more details as the project evolves. The next 2 tools in the define phase are all about capturing what the customer wants. Voice of the customer, or VOC, and critical to quality characteristics, or CTQs, should be specific to a given project. For example, a project relevant to a local YMCA must consider things that are important to branch members in a given community. A project about membership pricing across the association will consider factors related to our customers' needs for value, affordability, and fairness. And a project relating to suppliers must consider customer expectations for service delivery, core values, and partnerships. There is no one right set of customer expectations. They are always relative to the project at hand. But striving to meet our customer expectations is paramount in our organization. The as-is process map helps us understand the process we are studying. It is intended to be a bird's eye view of the process and is usually documented in 10 steps or less. This high-level view of the process helps define the problem by putting the process under a microscope so we can study it up close. There are many different kinds of process maps. Some are relatively simple, using boxes and decision diamonds. Others use a swim lane format to show who does what in the process. Oftentimes, the simple act of mapping a process can lead to the discovery of problems and possible changes. This is a great start to understand why our processes don't always work the way we want. The SIPOC is directly related to the as-is process map. Notice how the steps in the process map above match the SIPOC below. A SIPOC is just a more detailed look into the process by outlining the suppliers, inputs, outputs, and customers for each step. The next 2 tools, RACI and Project Plan, will help you build the right team and also manage the project. The RACI documents who is on the project team and for what they are responsible. Any update to the RACI should also be reflected in the team structure of your project charter. The project plan should be a timeline of planned tasks and events required to complete the project. There are entire training courses and certifications devoted to project planning, but you don't have to be an expert. Just work with your team to develop some sort of action plan and steps so that you can track your progress as time goes by. The last step in the define phase is assessing whether or not there is a current standard for your process. Then comes the toll gate review, where you meet with your project champion to discuss the progress of your project and any barriers you may be experiencing. At the end of your define phase, you should be able to answer these questions about your project. Take a moment to read these questions and think about what they might mean for your project. This concludes Six Sigma for Greater Cincinnati YMCA e-learning Module 2, Getting Started. In the next module, we will learn how and why to collect data. Thanks for listening.